Good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. So I don't know if anybody else is feeling this energy, but sometimes when things occur, we get into a funk. Okay? And before it goes any further, we need to check ourselves, right? So that's kind of what I had to do this morning, is just bring myself just be aware of everything, right? On every aspect. And then make improvements. Small improvements, right? Just small ones. And then next week I can come back and adjust it where need be. Okay, how I do this is that I write down what I can improve. Clear that, please. What I can do to practice and improve 4 main aspects. So the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, and the mental. So that's what I did this morning, was just like take notes and write what I'm going to practice, and from there what will transpire is an improvement of where I'm at right now, right? Just little steps in the right direction or back on track. I was getting like separation anxiety from my YouTube channel, right? It was sort of a crutch to me. It made me feel like so long as I have that channel, people know I'm alive. So long as I have that channel, people just can't just pull up, right? Or like, not without me discussing it further on here and being able to like relay it back to myself, right? Because I only have myself in this situation, and it's been that way for years. So to speak out loud helps. And then to go back and watch it helps, right? So that was kind of like a crutch of a safety crutch, and then also a learning crutch. And then without that support for myself, I have to be able to do that with or without the channel, with or without being online, right? So I had to let go a bunch of the fear of losing the online channel, and just being okay and feeling safe. And I have, for the most part. I've been grieving the channel. That's what I've been doing. I've been grieving the channel. I have to find strength elsewhere as well, because I won't have this channel forever. I didn't want to do it. It was just something that was left to do for work, right? I can't just not apply. I mean, I could do house chores, but it's nothing I have passion for. Anybody could do that, right? Well, anybody could do this too, but this is my passion. This is what I'm supposed to do. There was a lot of anger and sadness that I have to just sit with and understand where where they derive from, right? Why do I feel like that? Or when was the first instance that I ever felt like that? And just really understanding the underlying issue so that I can appease that, opposed to what's out of my control, and what's bringing up these emotions now that is out of my control, right? The only thing that I can fix about it is me, and why I feel like that. Why, how, what is it affecting within me? Maybe I need to clear that chakra just to let it go, right? And hand it over. But first I need to understand what that thing is. What is that beast that's triggering me, right? What is it within me that's allowing me to feel like that? Because nothing should have that much power. If we understand it, we relieve it, right? More and more. Like there could be the same emotion towards the same thing, and we still need to look at it. We still need to go a little bit more in depth, or at least understand that it happened, or that it's still happening, right? And try again. So I'm doing a lot of try agains. I'm trying to find the strength not to react, not to respond. Just to process it, understand it, and hand it over. And it's difficult. It's difficult when there's legitimate reasons of why I'm feeling this way, like reasons that are against laws for a reason, right? But if there's nothing that I can do about it, then I'd rather practice what I can do about how I feel about it. So then at least I'm doing something, right? I'm getting something out of it. I'm getting healing out of it, right? I'm getting I'm then able to turn and soothe that part of me that's broken, that part of me that's hurt, that part of me that's disappointed, right? Because then once I understand it, I can go ahead and soothe that little Tori, right? That inner child in me. So that I don't lose joy, I don't lose hope, I don't lose faith, I don't lose optimism, I don't lose drive. Because I can soothe me by understanding me a little bit better each time I get upset. Because I can do this. I can do this. And I can do it on my own. Because I'm never actually really alone. I have God with me everywhere I go, no matter what. And that's a powerful, powerful, powerful frequency of love that I have for my Creator. and that my Creator has for me. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few cards and then I'm going to get off of here. Someone could be being humbled in this moment. They're being humbled. Okay. Understand if you missed out on an opportunity to heal with an individual, you feel like you missed out. Okay. It's still worth healing yourself. It's still worth healing yourself, because we can learn from these past situations that we missed out on healing with or from. We can learn from them in memory. In order to do what we think is best in the future, right? Hindsight 2020. Someone's trying to make a false report because another will not reconcile. Or this could be a recanting of a report. If somebody's health is decreasing, this is like a member of a coven. They worked together to report something here. Bad health. They worked together to do false reports on bad health. Teamwork. Chemistry in the reverse. Okay, so some sort of chemicals that were supposed to deplete someone's health. This is what they were teamworking to do. But they're seeing it have no effect. There's no like report back or report of poor health. This energy is backfiring on this member. Work issues. Chemistry in the reverse. Teamwork, false report. Okay, some sort of scientist energy here. It's having work issues. They wanted to suppress another with work issues. An independent. They didn't want them to have any sort of protection. So they hacked them illegally and messed with their work. So it's online work. Online in reverse, so that they wouldn't be online. So that people wouldn't follow them. Thus getting support. Right? So I had to be that for myself. It only made me stronger. Someone's feeling like it's a missed opportunity to kidnap somebody. Made the bed, now lay in it. Lie on it. Okay, so they made this bed and now they're lying about it. They're trying to misdirect this towards somebody else, whatever they made here, and it just doesn't add up. They didn't want this person to heal. Abuse of power is discovered. Kidnap in the reverse. This isn't behind the scenes anymore. People know of this. People are aware of this. Life experience. Bitch made. projection, large theft. Okay, so there's like a payout or a settlement that was stolen. So these people are like projecting some sort of bitch energy, like no courage, or like it's like these people put you through something tragic. These people put you through something tragic. And now they're acting like they couldn't heal things with you because they were like misdirecting this hatred, misdirecting why things got fucked up when they made it like that. Okay, so this person's like an abuser, and then they'll turn around and then make sure that nobody else takes your side so that you feel unsupported. But what happens when that person supports themselves? And you start losing supporters because you're lying. Then this person's already practicing something that's made them strong within healing, that's made them patient, that's made them conquer whatever is raging within them that you trigger. Offline, hacked illegally. They didn't want you to have any sort of online interaction. This could be stolen wire transfers. Somebody's not protected. Independent. You wanted this person to be by themselves. You wanted them suppressed. You wanted them to have work issues. Okay, there's a coven member with poor health. Somebody could have wanted to like initiate somebody. Chemistry in the reverse. There's no chemistry there. And there's no chance at reconciliation. So they teamwork to make false reports. They wanted someone to look like insensitive, rude, just very bland. I don't know what it's like. It's like very neutral. Like if you were to like, it seems cold. They redirected someone's mail, stolen mail. Someone's a dishonor. Someone's being humbled with this pride and ego in the reverse. Dishonor. Shady agreement. Fraud in the reverse. So if someone tried to do fraud under someone else's name, undercover. An undercover influenced having somebody else look like a fraud through an illegally hacked device. The High Priestess. Your intuition has you on point. Something about nurturing your spiritual growth. Having trust in your own insights, right? So through your own life experience, if you experienced that person and they made you feel awkward or on the spot or like very rushed or angry or annoyed or like over it, right? That emotion, that negative emotion within you that they like transferred upon you within that interaction, okay? To trust that, to understand that you got that feeling for a reason, okay? And to not entertain it, but to process it and just kind of know where they're at energetically so that you can avoid them. Trust that if it's right, it'll be peaceful or positive. That feeling. Okay? Understand where you've put positive and peace with something negative. Okay? Because there's instances in life where something negative happens and we see it as a win, we see it as a victory, and then there's an attached amount of peace, there's an attached amount of happiness to something negative. Okay? Discard that. That's not something to be happy about. That's not something to be peaceful about. Okay? It would derive peaceful. It would derive happy. It would derive positive or neutral if it was positive. Okay? The rest of that is just an attachment that you have due to your life experience. Understand that victories come in like, not one victory should be the same. There's not one course of action to take to have a victory in something, especially when it's to do with the inner victories, the inner work, right? I hope that makes sense. Trust your intuitive insights, your authentic insights, and be proud of what you've achieved. You deserve recognition. So give it to yourself. Give it to yourself. Somebody lied about being a high priestess here. They were publicly growing, like a public growth, okay? This could be a channel. Okay, this could be why they chose to sabotage yours behind the scenes. Because they didn't like the recognition that you were getting, the positive recognition. Someone's totally shadow banning or like gatekeeping somebody else's abilities because of this illusion, because they want to like sit in this person's position. You will never. You will never. Because it's not as if you're going off of your own insights, your own intuition. You're taking from another. And the spiritual realm sees that. They just see you as a fraud. Lacking self-control. This person trusts in their intuition and they honor their ability to uncover truth even with the illusion. This is like trying to hide someone publicly. Their gifted nature, their ability to nurture themselves and others. There was a lie about this. Like it's a mystery. The truth. A genuine high priestess. Like this person already understands who they are. It's very clear. It's very evident. And they're going to walk in their truth. Okay? So this makes them very powerful because they're in their purpose. Your lies will only last so long before they come out. Or before this person gets recognized as the truth speaker. Okay? Because it's just so simple. Clear. People were saying that they were lying about someone being an empress, nurturing. Okay, so they're lying about these ideas. I'm getting pregnant with ideas. They were shit talking who they were inspired by. This person also would have nurtured you in the past and you chose to be a hater. You chose to be disrespectful and belittling. You chose to lie on them. You chose to speak lies upon them, okay? And they are the truth, so you cursed yourself when you spoke those lies. When you spoke those lies, you cursed yourself. What did you lie about? Now you can understand where to clear your energy. Somebody's not ready to leave someone behind. They don't want someone to be able to leave. I'm getting public hindrance, so this could be gang stalking. They don't want someone to grow, so so they want to be a public hindrance. This could be the lies that is the public hindrance. Okay, slander. Somebody's very cold, like no compassion. No guidance. They're just like impulsive. Like they'll have an emotion and then instantly they'll like conspire to fucking deplete. It's like they lacked guidance, they lacked compassion, they lacked being there emotionally for whoever they're trying to lie on and attack. So now they're trying to make their slander the truth by like being very invasive and a nuisance. It's like they couldn't be emotionally mature enough to recognize the truth or take any sort of accountability about what transpired behind the scenes. So they just continue to try to emotionally manipulate with lies, not walking away from lying. Behind the scenes, in their emotions, they're acting impulsively, impulsivity. I don't know what they're saying. Okay. I heard haphazard. I don't know what haphazard means. The truth is they tried to put their actions, their burdens upon someone else. They didn't want this person to be able to work towards any of their goals or be able to rest. Okay, they wanted this person overworked. And they did this through this hack device, and they did this through like fraud, trying to put this upon someone else. Like this is like ongoing, like fucking they just went all out, didn't let it rest. They wanted this person not to be in a happy family life. Okay, they lied. Okay, the fact that you're slandering now proves that you didn't cherish this, okay, that it was never love, that it was never abundant, okay, and that it was the right decision to get away from you. They feel like you're not entertaining the options that made you feel rejected, that turned their back on you. These options that were taking negative action, negative, you know, that feeling of emotion that I was talking about, that you don't entertain. You don't entertain these options anymore. And they don't want to walk away from having you feel like you have no option. Okay? You always have an option. It's just don't feed into what they're trying to like bring to the forefront, right? What they've brought their strengths to. Don't entertain it. That'll make them weak in that position. This is very much an emotional battle, okay? Because they're acting out of emotion. But if you can control that within yourself, this too shall pass. And you'll become way more evolved and equipped for other emotional battles. This is like somebody who's this is like them projecting their inner shit onto somebody else. This person doesn't want you to achieve anything. So they want to put negative options, surround negative options. They didn't want there to be any option for you to drop this burden that they chose to put upon you through these false accounts. Judgment. Judgment for having them. They're going to be judged for being cold, calculated, misguided, okay, and taking from people in need, taking advantage of the vulnerable, trying to leave them without any options, with only negativity, with other people. Like, they're going to be judged for conspiring other people to hate too. This is going to be seen as a hate crime. This could be domestics with the 10 of Cups in reverse. The bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles. Grateful for all the universe has given me. Somebody's watching this. Somebody is watching this. Like what someone's been through, and then also their understanding of it all through intuition, through guidance, and another person is like thanking the heavens. So somebody obviously likes the way that you've moved forward, okay? With all these attacks, you still move forward with focus, taking notes and trying again. So like rebuilding yourself after a point of weakness, understanding that weak point, and making it stronger through understanding yourself, right? Like, I didn't explain that very well, but I'm moving on. So it's being seen, this person's tactics, okay, the people that they got involved in all of their tactics, okay, the communication of how to make someone weak, of how to attack. Damn, these are all tactics, okay? They're understanding this person's tactics and all of the people connected to those tactics to attack. Nine of Swords in reverse. Someone's not stuck in their head about this. They know exactly the type of person you are, or this attacker is. It's like they never really had power. All they had was people talking shit. All they had was people spewing lies, okay, which then cursed themselves, which then caused conflict within themselves. Like, they don't know why they're attacking you. Even if there was a reason, it really wasn't a reason. It wasn't their reason. It wasn't their responsibility. And they still chose to do it. So it was never really a power for real. The power was whatever you harnessed within yourself to be able to disarm these attacks, to have it not affect you mentally for too long, right? To take notes and try again. Even with this, like, I'm getting abrasion. I don't know what abrasion is. It allowed you to look at what you're fearful of, what makes you not able to heal, right? And then hopefully in turn, eventually you get to heal on a deeper level where people like this can't even fucking shake you because you don't even entertain it, right? It's already energetically defeated. And now they can't collaborate to have these attacks work. You're not willing to work with these people. Okay? And this was people of power with the judgment. Someone tried to call judgment upon a family. And I'm getting like a literal judge. So who's actually weak for real, right? Who's actually weak for real. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing shit like that. Who works hard to deplete other people's hard work. Anyways, have a good day, people.